Let's go ahead and compare the new Google Pixel 9 with the older Google Pixel 8 Pro and see which one is a better buy now that the new phone came out. So right off the bat, the first thing I'm gonna point out is that the Pixel 9 is more expensive. It is at $800 plus tax, while the Google Pixel 8 Pro, it's an older device and it's been heavily reduced if you get it on the secondhand market. That one you can find for around $500 to $600. The first physical difference is going to be the overall size. The Pixel 9 is an overall smaller device and also more lightweight. So if you're thinking of smaller device, then yeah, the Pixel 9 is going to be better for you because the Pro models are usually bigger, and in this case you're getting a 6.3 inch display on the Pixel 9 versus the 6.7 inch on the Pixel 8 Pro. Now that could be good or that could be bad for you depending on what size you like your devices. Next is the weight, and the Pixel 9 is also a lighter weight device than the Pixel 8 Pro. That's a difference right there for you. When it comes down to build quality, these are exactly the same, very premium feeling device. Both of these have eSIM technology built in alongside with the nano SIM slot as well, so that's exactly the same. Both of these have IP68 dust and water resistance, exactly the same, 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. Not that great. It's barely survive a dunk of water, just a few feet into the pool. Next, display. Both of these have very nice displays and refresh rates of 120 Hertz, no difference there. Bezels wise, you're getting a little bit more bezel actually on the Pixel 9, but not by much. Resolution is a little bit better on the Pixel 8 Pro, but very little. Both of these have an always on display and Gorilla Glass Victus 2, so no difference there really on the display except for the size. Software, these are pretty much the same. Android 14 with 7 years of upgrades. Chipset, you go from you got the G3 on the Pixel 8 Pro, and you're getting a little bit of an upgrade on the Pixel 9 to the G4, but you're not going to see any difference in day-to-day usage. So I'm going to call that a tie right there, just simply because of the fact that these are both powerful chips. None of these have storage upgrades. It's built in, and they both start off at 128 gigs. And they also have 12 gigs of RAM. So this is why I want to compare these devices, because they both have the same amount of RAM. 12 gigs of RAM is plenty enough, more than enough for most users. And you're finally getting 12 gigs of RAM standard on the base model Pixel. That was only reserved for the Pro models, having that extra RAM available. You had to pay for the premium Pro price. So in this case, finally, the base Pixel 9 is going to have the same amount of RAM as the Pro phones, but from previous years. But you do pay a premium for it if you get it brand new. And the camera system, Pixel phones have the best phones in any Android. And the same thing here, they both got 50 megapixel shooters. They both have ultra wides, but the Pixel 8 Pro actually has that periscope telephoto. That's a little bit of a bonus. Both cameras shoot in 4K. As for the selfie cameras, they seem exactly the same, both shooting at 4K. None of these have headphone jacks. Bluetooth is the same at 5.3. NFC on both, USB Type-C on both. Now, fingerprint readers, they are going to be a little bit different, although they're both under the display. The Pixel 9 has a newer, more robust ultrasonic reader, which is just overall better than the optical one on the Pixel 8 Pro. So you won't notice too much of a difference, but the ultrasonic is just going to be better overall. Next, the batteries, 4700 milliamps on the Pixel 9, which is absurd because 5000 is pretty much the base now, and that's what you're getting on the Pixel 8 Pro. You got 5050 milliamps. So although they're both big batteries, it's a shame that you're paying $800 and you're not even getting a full big battery like even on cheaper devices. And we talk about charging. Not much difference here, 27 watts versus 30 watts of charging, so not even really fast charging. You're gonna get 50% charge in around 30 minutes, not much of a difference, so pretty much not really an upgrade. You got 15 watt wireless charging on the 9, 23 watts on the 8 Pro, and you also get reverse wireless charging on both. So let's sum up the major differences between these devices. There's not a whole mess, but you're getting an overall bigger size if you pick the Pixel 8 Pro. That is probably the most obvious thing when you hold this phone in your hand, and it's also going to weigh a little bit more. The other difference is going to be the chipset. You're getting the G4 over the G3. This won't really matter unless a couple of years go by, but that is a one upgrade on the Pixel 9 you're getting over the 8 Pro. The cameras, you're getting just an extra camera on the Pixel 8 Pro, but for the most part, they're going to give you the same quality. They're both very, very good. The other difference is going to be in the fingerprint reader. Like I said, you get a little bit newer, better ultrasonic in the Pixel 9 over the 8 Pro. And last but not least is going to be the battery, and you got a slightly smaller battery on the Pixel 9 at 4700 milliamps, and the Pixel 8 Pro is bigger, but it does have an overall bigger screen. And the last thing, and probably the most important one, is the price. The Pixel 9 is at $800 plus tax, while you could pick up a Pixel 8 Pro for as low, I double checked, for as low as just south of $500 on the secondhand market, and the battery should still be good. So that's probably the most important piece right there. Now, to answer the question, is the Pixel 9 worth it to pick up? And the main thing I'm gonna say is only if you want a phone with 12 gigs of RAM at a smaller size. Everything else is negligible because you're not gonna find anything else really quality wise and performance wise. This is finally the year where the base Pixel, regular Pixel line has the bump in RAM that we've been looking for and makes it on par with the Pixel Pro series. But so that's going to close the gap a lot. That's what really makes the Pixel Pro lineup. The Pro name is going to be in the camera system with the extra telephoto lens, but mostly it has to do with the RAM. And now you get that in the base model, but they raised the price on it. So in this case, we have a difference of around $300. So the main thing is you got to ask yourself is, do you want a smaller, more compact device, or do you want the bigger, cheaper priced device? So that's going to be, the thing that's going to make these devices very different. But everything else is exactly the same for the most part. Pixels are known for their great cameras and their clean softwares, lots of years of updates, and these phones have been released only around less than a year apart. So both of these are the best of the best right now in the Pixel lineup. So that's been my comparison. I choose the Pixel 8 Pro if you want to save a lot of money and get all the performance, and you want a bigger device. But other than that, get the Pixel 9 if you want the overall smaller size.